Over the years, or to be honest, over several centuries or even millennia, China has wowed the world with its architectural and engineering feats. That's right, for as long as we can remember, we have been amazed by some of the wonders the Chinese people have contributed towards human ingenuity and innovation, ranging from the Great Wall of China and the Terracotta Army of the past to the Hangzhou Bay Bridge and the Shanghai Yangtze River Tunnel and Bridge of today. However, one area in which China has also been able to flourish is in terms of its advanced railway system. Over the last 2 centuries or so, the country was always a player in the rail game before it superseded the rest by the turn of the 21st century. From its ability to build stations overnight to its high-speed rail system that makes them the envy of the world. The maglev trains that seem to outrace everyone else's or even some of their projects that have failed to materialize. China is indeed a leader in this field. Come see what feats they achieved in the rail industry and why they seem to desire these advancements. It's going to be quite the ride. Hello, and welcome back to our channel Future Planet. Hop on a train as we learn about the secret as to why China is so good at building railroads. Before we delve into it, just take a moment to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos just like this one. So, without any further ado, let's begin. To be honest, I'm sure this comes as no surprise to you that China has always been a forerunner in technological and engineering advancements. As cited earlier, these are the guys that put the Great Wall of China together many eons ago. Following this, they have also made such ambitious and innovative advancements after turning their attention to the railway industry. Although they got involved in the rail game centuries ago, having been involved in the construction of the first transatlantic railway line in America during the 1800s. Things seemed to slow down following the turn of the century, which left the mostly rural country to fall behind the rest of the world, to which it was even subjugated by their neighbor Japan in the earlier parts of the 20th century. As such, it's no surprise that the Japanese developed the capacity to run these high-speed rail systems in their country 30 solid years before the Chinese did. Nonetheless, over the last few decades, the Chinese pulled up their bootstraps and get to work. They did because soon they became recognized as one of the strongest superpowers in Asia, boasting an economy larger than even the mighty United States of America. Such might would spread into the economic and scientific sectors of industry, and some of this might also have seeped into the veins of the nation's railway industry. Over the last decade alone, China's railways system grew from a measly 90-mile maglev train from Shanghai Airport to the outskirts of Shanghai, as well as another high-speed rail line from Beijing to Zhangjiakou, to become one of the most elaborate railway networks in the world, where countries like the United States and several others in Europe have failed to even construct the coveted high-speed rail system within their borders. Since 2018, China has developed a 40,000-kilometer high-speed rail system that's 8 times the size of France's, 20 times as large as the system in the UK, and 500 times as much as the rail system in the US. This is estimated to make up 2/3 of the world's high-speed rail systems, thereby making it the largest of such systems in the world. Amazingly enough, there are plans to expand this system to 70,000 kilometers by the end of 2035. Not only do the Chinese maintain the most elaborate high-speed rail system, it also maintains some of the fastest and most efficient rail systems in the world. Not only has it been able to build its trains and stations faster than anyone, having once built the station in 9 hours by using 1,500 workers, who divided into 7 groups, 7 trains, and 23 diggers to connect the Gonglong Railway, the Gongrulong Railway, and the Zhanglong Railway to newly constructed Longyang Railway Station overnight. It has also been able to ensure that these networks are able to accommodate trains that can travel at speeds of 200 to 350 kilometers per hour. Some of these trains are autonomous driverless trains that travel through more than 110-kilometer long tunnels and long-span bridges that were built to help the train adapt to the country's terrain. These driverless bullet trains utilize the most advanced signaling and control technology as they make their way across the nation at a speed of up to 350 kilometers per hour. Furthermore, by 2021, China National Railway was operating at a rate of over 9,000 high-speed trains per day, ensuring that some passengers may be able to travel overnight. Some factors that may have contributed to this desire to construct these impressive networks vary. First off, one has to take into account that China, despite being a superpower in its own right, is still not a rich country per se, with a GDP or PPP per capita of $16,807. As such, it's a mid-income country. When you consider this factor as well as the fact that the nation also contains a dense population, despite a landmass similar to that of the US, it becomes clear that the more affordable option for the citizens of the country is the high-speed rail. Another factor is that unlike the air transport in Europe, which are cheaper and way more efficient than the Chinese airlines, this isn't without reason because although there is the fact that the European air transport industry is well regulated, they do not have to deal with the choke-up air system in China. The traffic up there is caused by the fact that most of China's airspace is regulated by the Chinese military, leaving only 30% of the airspace free for commerce to traverse the skies. As such, it leaves little wonder as to why Chinese flights are punctual only about 60% of the time. One other factor that may contribute to this may be the political propaganda that may be at the root of the construction of these elaborate railway systems. Turns out that despite the fact that these trains do make it easier for workers and commuters who lack the funds to live in the big city to travel around without succumbing to exorbitant train fares, some of these train routes do not make sense logistically or economically. For example, a train line opened between Urumqi and Hangzhou, two small cities that are 1,000 miles apart with nothing in between. The cost of running this line is almost diabolical, with the train line setting the Chinese government back a whopping $20 billion to construct. Apparently, it would take the Chinese 30 years to make that money back with tickets alone, and that's if said tickets are sold at $400 per seat. Why would they build such an unprofitable network then? As mentioned earlier, politics. In a bid to promote inclusivity into Chinese society, the government has built these stations for provinces, like Xinjiang province, which happens to have Urumqi as its capital city, and the home to an ethnically minority group. In order to integrate the province into the rest of the country, the Chinese government has provided these railways to show their consideration. For whatever reason, what is clear is that these high-speed rail systems are nothing short of fantastic. Jetting through one of the largest countries in the world, these high-speed rail systems have proven China's intention to stay at the forefront of the world of technological advancement and engineering ingenuity. We shall watch with excitement as they continue on this route. With that, our video has come to an end. Well, what do you think? I hope you were impressed by China's amazing achievements. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Future Planet, and hit the bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload a video. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, goodbye.